All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3, coming in from Dreamhack, the closed qualifiers, CoopeR versus JohnnyCage, and this has been a great series. We are all tied up, as well. I did say it's a best of 3, and this is the game number 3. Well, I thought Cartoon Mulan was great, and partially Cartoon Mulan. The it didn't really tell a Chinese story. It actually told an Asian American story. It was, and the idea of when I watched it, I related to it um, because it told about an outsider that didn't quite fit in, tries to incorporate their beliefs, their cultures in with the surroundings without standing out too much. And I think that's why, for me, Mulan resonated. The cartoon version resonated with me so much, as opposed to the live action remake. For I guess I'll say this on this YouTube video as well, because I said it on Twitch. The live action remake of Mulan just was wrong, right? Like, Disney was wondering why Mulan wasn't very popular in Shanghai, right? So they said, well, why don't we just make another Mulan live action, hire a bunch of Chinese actors, and we'll give Mulan to the Chinese people. Um, the problem is Mulan is a classic Chinese story and has been told many times, and there's been many interpretations of Mulan. And I basically said it would be the same thing as a Chinese production company wanting to give the story of King Arthur to the English people. So they so using Chinese, using their own cultural influences, hiring up a bunch of English actors and saying, this is our version of King Arthur. Eat it. And the English, and I'm sure, the story of King Arthur has been told and told and retold and reinterpreted in so many different ways that it better be a very good version of the story if you want to try and outdo the one that has already been remade. Nice, Crota. Will live cast. Nice, Crota. Will live cast Mulan. No, I don't know if I want to watch it a second time. All right, so we are here on Echo Isle. Let's get into the game. 3 minutes into the game already. Nothing too surprising. Archmage with the fast expand down here, clearing out the 5/3/3 creep camp, also killing down the peon, which gives that Archmage level 2. We are going to be seeing the Arcane Tower being placed up early. Off on the other side of the map, CoopeR is, super committed to that Blade Master, going for a Blade Master first instead of what has been a meta shifting Farseer Tauren Chieftain. Perhaps CoopeR believes that CoopeR doesn't want to give a reason to JohnnyCage to train up Spellbreakers. That is perhaps one of the biggest reasons why you don't go Tauren Chieftain. Spellbreakers are such a powerful unit, and Spellbreakers, well, obviously counter spells. If you go Farseer Tauren Chieftain, Spellbreakers can and then end up going to tier 3, get control. And not only are they counteracting the Tauren Chieftain's stomp, they're able to steal your Shadow Wolves, and those Shadow Wolves in turn deal damage back to your Raiders. That could be a potential reason. It's just one of those meta-shifting questions. Which is better? Grunt Blade Master coming across here, trying to focus things down. Oh, well, wow. The tip of the sword just barely slipping by right there. Meanwhile, Grunt is there, and we're going to be looking at a little bit more damage. Quickly shifting back over. Blade Master, gets one final wind walk in, able to escape right there as that Grunt is low on hit points. All right, more militia being called back over. We're looking at 12 workers and 11 army. More peasants need to be trained up. What you normally need about 18 to 20 workers if you are going to be going into an expansion. So he needs to go ahead and train up more. Otherwise, he's just going to be very low on lumber here. And yep, there's the 18. Sorry, the overlay was confusing me. CoopeR has 12 workers. and JohnnyCage has 18. Yep, that makes a lot more sense. Blade Master going after some of those low hit point footmen. Peasants are off over here as well. Damage is adding back up, but that Blade Master doesn't seem to care that it is surrounded by units and an arcane tower. That harassment is just still there, causing problems over and over and over again. A guard tower may actually need to be added as the footman getting in another kill, and CoopeR is just racking up experience and getting a lot of damage on this expansion, making it difficult to pay for itself. Is that a trapped footman? That very much looks like a trapped footman to me. Okay, Shorky, thank you for the follow. All right. So JohnnyCage now forever stuck with one footman right there. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him a little bit later. Meanwhile, Archmage, well, could have gotten an attack down onto a couple of fleeing units as the CoopeR's grunts taking a little bit of damage as well. Archmage trying to retreat back there. There was a healing salve only to have it quickly removed there as the Blade Master stays at 381 hit points. The footman is finally safe. I guess that's kind of like draft dodging. He is a soldier, but he is not, well, dishonorable discharge, I guess, as the hex comes down in from the Shadow Hunter. CoopeR being able to get off that hex since he was able to tech to tier 2 faster. Meanwhile, JohnnyCage is going to be teching the tier 2 here and should be able to get up his Mountain King. He should be getting up a blacksmith here momentarily, getting in a couple of farms, wanting to make sure that there isn't going to turn into some sort of raider engagement, as the Archmage, well, forced to use a Scroll of Town portal. Water Elemental and all those footmen are going to go ahead and head back over, and CoopeR is in the driver's seat of this game this time around, already forcing the Scroll of Town portal. Shadow Hunter is here, and the, well, Blade Master should be able to finish off this Ogre Mauler, perhaps even get, well, closer to level 3, but shouldn't be able to get quite there yet. All right, Blade Master has plenty of opportunities to clear up, get additional experience right now. I don't recommend him trying to do any additional harassment, as there's just too many guard towers and no easy targets. The juice just isn't worth the squeeze at this point, and there is other ways to get ahead. All right. Oh, no, footman is out. So yes, the peasants were able to make their way over, cut down a couple of trees enough to help that footman escape. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter getting closer to level 2. Blade Master will get to level 3 off of this Ogre Magi. Is he going to back away then? Yes, he backs away purposely, and that's going to give the Shadow Hunter plenty of creeps to get to level 2 here. So level 3, level 2, a squad or a platoon of footmen off to the north here, as the Blade Master going up against these units. It looks like it was trying to go for some sort of hidden strike out of the way, but JohnnyCage is just losing quite a bit of units here, as another footman going to fall at the hands of that Blade Master. All right, more damage still added back up. Archmage is currently invisible, and did it retrain? No, it didn't retrain. It's going to try and put in a little bit of pressure, as it's going to be training up Mountain Kings, getting up Riflemen, and trying to get that Arcane Sanctum up and going. Archmage hiding off to the side right here. Is he going to be able to steal any of the items or any of the experience? That is the question. There's a lightning shield there, adding in a little bit more damage. Mountain King is currently out onto the battlefield. Some more damage getting added on through. Archmage perhaps going to try to drop a water elemental, finish off some more of those units. CoopeR taking quite a bit of damage onto some of his own units as well, as you can see them trying to retreat back again and again. All right, CoopeR sitting at level 2. Wow, JohnnyCage is really playing this slow here. What is going on? Is this Renegade Wizard? Well, it has medium armor, so it's not going to really take that much damage. Archmage is going to be right there. Just goes for the item. Just goes for the item, and the Shadow Hunter is like, wait, what happened? All right, just goes for the item. Mountain King is down across here as well. I thought the Archmage would have tried to steal a little bit of that experience. No, doesn't even bother stealing the experience. Just gets the item. And if it was was it the Pure Up to Vitality? All right, yeah, it was the Pure Up to Vitality, I think, which is a big item indeed. Mountain King does pick up Gloves of Haste, Boots of Speed, Pure Up to Vitality on that Mountain King, double Gloves of Haste. And this could be a reason to go for Bash over Thunderclap. If you have Gloves of Haste, you're able to proc that Bash much more often, and then you have access to level 3 Stormbolt, which is in and of itself a very, very powerful ability. All right, Forest Troll Trapper trying to go after the units. It's going to end up turning back around. Water Elemental is still there. Is it going to finish off the Forest Troll Trapper? No, it is not. As the engagement now getting underway, Raiders going to perhaps try to do some hit and run tactics here. There goes an ensnare onto a Rifleman off to the north. Blademaster will easily finish off that Rifleman as it has nowhere to go. All right, more damage adding into play here. It looks like CoopeR does, in fact, have Raiders and even bringing in a Demolisher into the battle early on. And I don't believe JohnnyCage was expecting this at all. Tower is now coming up as well. This is going to be a massive push. All of a sudden, there is one guard tower, and that is it. But with the barracks gone, CoopeR is really pushing in with this army here. Army, where's the army of JohnnyCage, and why isn't it doing anything as of yet? There's a Stormbolt Mountain King only sitting at level 1. As the Blademaster, should be able to fight in a bit of damage. Lightning Shield, Militia having a bad day as that Lightning Shield going to be damaging back those peasants once more as the Demolisher is just pushing in pressure and damage. There is double mortar teams on the back here, so, well, it was already in preparation, so mortars over Riflemen in this game as, well, losing that barracks not as big of a deal as there are still some production buildings. All right, Demolishers, Towers, Cheese happening all over the place. Mortar teams getting in some damage onto the Spirit Walkers. Mortar teams, are they going to be able to get a lob attack off onto those units? No, they are not, as they are now forced in the backside here. Mortar teams now trying to defend against the Watchtowers that are in the very far here. All right, Watchtower going to end up getting canceled. More mortar teams attempting to take down the remaining towers there as the Demolishers are coming in to engage. All right, this is exactly where JohnnyCage wants to fight here. Blademaster in that frontline position. There's 3 Priest Archmage sitting at level 2 as the towers are getting destroyed. Mortar team's now going to go after a Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast going to have a difficult time staying alive as it is unarmored and takes a fair amount of damage as the units are now trying to back away. Perhaps a Stormbolt was necessary to easily make it stay in the same position. More healing salves were being used as its hit points are, well, is it going up right now or down? Nope, still going up, just slowly. All right, mortar teams gonna finish off this watchtower here. Not really getting that much damage in on it. It's only attacking ground. Needs a spotter in order to actually are able to finally break free. Is this going to give level 3 to the Archmage? No, it is not. Archmage sitting at level 2 right now. A Mountain King sitting at level 1. Needs to get more clarity potions. Going to finish this off with this expansion down to the south. Well, Demolishers are putting pressure onto the towers here. These guys need to be on massive repair duty, and that's exactly what they are doing right now. Arcane Tower removing the mana from that Blademaster as the Raiders are going to town, getting in a lot of damage here. All right, Raiders do have pillage. That is a little bit of additional gold getting added in, as it is just more than 7 gold a second. As you guys can see, that ticker going up slowly but surely. Demolisher is continuing to put in pressure and damage here as the Demolisher finally being forced to retreat back out. We see a Stormbolt come across here. Mountain King just been throwing Stormbolts all game long, but we're seeing a level 2, level 1 hero going up against a level 4, level 3 by CoopeR. CoopeR, however, behind economically speaking, so he needs to win this fight. Otherwise, the economic advantage may be able to pull back in. Archmage still sitting at level 2, get on the cusp of level 3. Mountain King on the cusp of, well, no, not even on the cusp of level 2 yet, as the Shadow Hunter is on the cusp of level 4. Perhaps clearing out some additional creep camps while healing is the proper strategy here. One Orc Burrow being left behind. There are plenty of peons there, and I guess CoopeR is actually staying in a low upkeep because those peons are still alive. A great hold by JohnnyCage there. He needs to rebuild barracks, and Arcane Sanctum needs to be rebuilt as well. So Arcane Sanctum lost, Workshop was lost, and barracks were lost. All 3 production buildings lost in a matter of moments now, and that's the reason why, well, CoopeR can rebuild his army while JohnnyCage can't. JohnnyCage has all of this gold and nowhere to spend it, so to speak. Seems like a problem of the rich. I have money, but the local Bugatti store is closed for business. I can't buy what I want. All right, Mountain King does get Thunderclap, even though it has double gloves of haste. We're looking at Spellbreakers continuing to try and push on through as well, as the Geomancer and Renegade Wizard going to get cleared up. Level 4, level 3 versus level 3, level 2. And it's going to be, level 4 here in just a moment. Blade Master goes to town and already slicing and dicing more units. Shadow Hunter comes back across and getting in a little bit of healing as well. Wind Riders joining in on the battle. What a great read right there, knowing that only the Archmage and Water Elementals are going to be able to counteract these Wind Riders. And, well, the Water Elementals' range is pathetically low at 300 compared to the Riflemen, since there are no barracks. All right, CoopeR getting up one Wind Rider, perhaps to try and poke down some of those units. Thunderclap, Stormbolt onto the Blade Master. Blade Master could be in trouble. Healing Wave followed by a Potion of Greater Healing could be exactly what he needs right there. Down to 138 hit points, down to 105. What is it doing? Finally uses the Potion of Healing. Doesn't have Spirit Link, does have Scroll of Healing as well. Healing Wave without Spirit Link. What is going on here as the Blade Master now is stunned in battle? Mountain King has a Ring of Regeneration trying to get away. Both sides exchanging blows. Scroll of Healing. Mountain King down to level 3. If another unit dies anywhere, Mountain King will stay alive and be able to Stormbolt back. No, Disenchant. Mountain King able to dodge once more. Scroll of Town Portal to get that repositioning. Mountain King just wants a little bit of experience for a level 2 Stormbolt. All right. That farm able to hold the door and protect against any additional attacks. Well, Voodoo Lounge over here by CoopeR able to heal up again, as game number 3 living up to a great successor, great sequel to game number 1. Game number 2 a little bit more of a snooze fest, not nearly as back and forth, but really CoopeR and JohnnyCage fighting with everything on the line. Demolishers have to be careful. They don't want to get taken out by those mortar teams. Mortar teams need to be careful. They don't want to get taken out by those Demolishers, especially without more workshops to try and train up those units. That is incredibly important here. Mountain King still sitting only at level 2, as we're going to be looking. Oh, and then Snare onto a Sorceress right there would have been a good indication, as the Mountain King, well, needed to get healed back up. Why wasn't he healed? They had all the time in the world, as the Mountain King run in amongst all of those units. All right, he actually breaks invisibility right there. Grunt going to get taken down. Mountain King, well, does not get to level 3. 4 experience shy. Perhaps he was just a bit too far away. No, Mountain King is waiting forever to get to level 3 to have access to level 2 Clap, and now finally has access to level 2 Clap. Is that going to be enough there, as the Mountain King could be in trouble? Thunderclap, 2 second, 1 second, Clap again. There it goes. Gets in 2 claps, constantly getting healed, trying to break free, trying to break away, and it looks like it may be able to do exactly that, down to 77 hit points. All right, level 3 Mountain King, a sudden power spike and power boost as well. There is another Thunderclap there, trying to slow things up, as the Mountain King is currently invisible, but still could end up getting taken down. A 216 critical strike finally finishes off the Mountain King. Blade Master now trying to retreat back. A couple of Raiders could end up getting taken down once more. Blade Master down to 91 hit points, as the Orc Burrow, well, drawing a line in the sand, trying to force a fight here. We're looking at healing salves, trying to heal back up the rest of the army. 48 supply. JohnnyCage actually having the supply advantage at this point. But, well, that supply advantage has also translated into an experience advantage by CoopeR, since there's more units to kill. Ensnare revealed MK. Yes, Ensnare reveals an invisible unit to the person who ensnared it. So when creep camps ensnare, you do not see it, but when a raider ensnares the Mountain King, well, other units can in fact see, the other orc units can in fact see it. All right, Water Elemental now looking to retreat back here. Mortar teams, well, lobbing those attacks back. Kodo Beast, Kodo Beast in the back there has to be very careful. The Demolishers are still pushing through, and this might be one push that CoopeR regrets here, trying to fight in a position where mortar teams and casters in the back are able. Can the creeps see the unit they ensnared? Yes, they can. So more fighting getting underway here. 48 supply compared to 48, as we're looking at more damage adding in. Raiders doing just a great job. Who needs an expansion when you have Raiders and you're just pillaging your opponent to death? Mountain King is back out onto the battlefield, resurrected at the tavern. Not how JohnnyCage really wanted to spend his gold, but he needed that Mountain King to really do a bit of damage. Mountain King gets ensnared, loses that Clarity Potion a benefit, now using another Clarity Potion, now using an Invisibility, and, well, may try and line things up once more. Mountain King has enough for, what, three Storm Clap, or 3 Thunderclaps here. Keep could be a little bit of problem. Oh, are we going to see a Thunderclap? Are we going to see one more shot? Yes, Demolisher getting taken down. Mountain King is currently, well, kind of surrounded. And, well, who is that good for? The human or the orc, as that Thunderclap doing major damage. 248 critical strike on that Blade Master. In comes another Thunderclap again. Blade Master between slow and Thunderclap slow, attacking very infrequently, as the Mountain King now making its way back down. All right, Mountain King gonna go ahead and continue to use Thunderclap to try and put pressure. Keep could end up getting destroyed. We're trying to go for repairs, down to 100 hit points. Is it gonna be able to hold? That is the question. Demolisher attack, and, well, final blow there. Blade Master taking down the main keep, but at what cost? Mountain King could throw down a Stormbolt on that other Raider right there, finishing off there. One Raider Archmage gets up to level 4. Level 2 Brilliance Aura gonna be online as the Spellbreakers are holding that frontline spot. All right, a big Thunderclap there, slowing down all of the units as mortar teams are able to rack up that damage against those unarmored Spirit Walkers. Mountain King still low on mana, as the Mountain King trying to dance back and forth. He is just a Stormbolt machine, doesn't want to do anything except throw Stormbolt, as we're looking at 47 supply compared to 53. All right, poor Priest right there. More mortar teams attacking and engaging, and the mortar teams being able to have free reign and constantly attack has been a great bonus. All right. The fact that mortar teams are biological units is helpful in a human versus orc matchup, as the priest are able to constantly heal these mortar teams. However, it is a downside, it is a detriment when going up against the undead, as all of the other races don't have to worry about Death Coil Frost Nova on their siege units, except human. And well, as long as Death Coil and Frost Nova are effective spells for undead, mortar teams are going to be rather weak against those races. The difference in units killed is huge. What does Orc do now, though? He's down a base. He is down a base, and he is going to be down 2 bases here in a little bit. He needs to set up an expansion over here on the bottom left. He cannot win this game by trying to do long-distance mining. The fact that the Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter are level 5, 2 level 5 heroes, means that CoopeR should be able to use range rather effectively and force engagements or force fights that he doesn't really need to be in. All right, we're going to be looking at the Demolisher back here. 2 Demolishers in the back. I'm trying to do a little bit. There goes another Thunderclap. But the Demolisher here and the Raiders here should be looking to ensnare any units that get just a little bit too close. Town Hall upgrading to keep right now. This Town Hall is still mining a bit away. Only about 3 minutes of mining left. Only 3 minutes of mining here. So this could turn into a game where there is just no more places to mine as well. As long as CoopeR is able to just hold on here, he should be fine. The downside right now is that JohnnyCage, Spirit Link dodge, nicely done. Not Spirit Link dodge, a Windwalk dodge on that Stormbolt. Nicely done. Mountain King losing a bit of precious mana. But right now, what's going for JohnnyCage is that he is mining off of 2 bases, and he is in no upkeep. So he actually has a 30 gold a second advantage over CoopeR, as CoopeR is not mining anything. However, it's going to fall rather quickly here. JohnnyCage needs to gauge when he needs to train his units, and when he needs he needs to gauge when he needs to train units, as there's dual Arcane Sanctums, but nothing is currently getting trained at all. He could try and use mass items to win this battle, and that is perhaps one of the reasons why he's building his Town Hall as well, as he wants to be able to use that. All right, Town Hall, perhaps try to train up some. Do you need a Town Hall for Spellbreakers? I know you need an Arcane Vault. There's a workshop, but it's not very often you see an Arcane Sanctum without a keep. So do you need a keep for Spellbreakers?
A player's forces are under attack.
Right? Alright. Anyways, Mountain King sitting at level 3, Archmage sitting at level 4. We are looking at Ring of Regeneration. JohnnyCage finally breaking into low upkeep now, training up those Spellbreakers. So it looks like that was the reason why he upgraded the Town Hall. He needed the keep to get that there. He does have mortar teams. There's 3 mortar teams. He probably also needs a couple of priests as well, and he's going to be trying to push with a 70 supply army. Maybe even push it up to 80. At the opposite end of the map, CoopeR is just going to go ahead and continue to creep, and this is actually a downside for CoopeR right now. CoopeR is creeping with a level 6 and level 5 hero. JohnnyCage was able to creep with his level 4 and level 3 hero, level 4 and level 3 hero. He's benefiting, he's getting experience, and he's being given an opportunity to catch up to his opponent. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often where you have an Arcane Sanctum, you have Spellbreakers, or you have an Arcane Sanctum, you have an Arcane Vault, but you don't have a keep. So I think that is the reason why he upgraded the keep to gain access to train up Spellbreakers. Classic army versus economy game. Yep, that is the case here. CoopeR is now sitting on low upkeep as well. There is Demolisher's Peon should perhaps. And yeah, we're still seeing more creeping going on, and that is going to be able to give a little bit of extra economy, but not really any extra bonus experience. Blademaster does have access to Bladestorm, so Bladestorm along the back line against all of those mortars could be exactly what you need. JohnnyCage did opt to go for an army of Spellbreakers, and as we know, an army of Spellbreakers, very strong if your opponent is going for Mass Tauren Chieftain, though. But I think that it is just Spellbreakers because that's the only real frontline unit that easily trained. Militia now being called down in here. This is a real all-in attempt. Is it going to be 2 waves of militia? It could be 2 waves of militia. Yeah, so here we are going into the engagement. Mortar team's going to try and destroy these towers before they get up. Mountain King, level 2, Thunderclap throws it down. And here we are, start of the battle. Double potions of mana on that Mountain King as well. Engagement fighting around. Blademaster in that backline spot. As I mentioned, Militia trying to separate. A bunch of Spellbreakers could get taken out here. Scroll of Healing used. Mountain King's throwing down a couple of Thunderclaps as well. Blademaster pushing through as well. Sorceress, more Militia being thrown in. This is an all-in battle in every sense of the word, as everything is getting attacked here. Mortar teams trying to finish off these Spirit Walkers. Healing scrolls being used as Thunderclaps being thrown down. JohnnyCage finishing off his opponent, and it may look like a level 4 hero taking down a level 6 and a level 6, as it is 67 supply compared to 48. Militia are all, or peasants are all here as well, and they have Spirit Link. So Spirit Link on the peasants, they are absorbing quite a bit of damage as well, as the units are now trying to retreat back. 1 guard tower is up here. Peasants are all in that front line spot. Healing wave is bouncing around. The army, 31 supply army coming here to 48, as the demolishers are trying to finish off units. Mountain King with another invisibility trick, able to stay alive. Where are the priests? And I don't see a priest. There are no priests out on here on the battlefield, so this could, beautiful dodge of the potion, using a potion of lesser invulnerability. 33 supply compared to 52. Without priest, the staying power of this army is significantly less, as the Shadow Hunter may need to buy potions of mana and clarity potions to constantly heal up. There goes another Spirit Walker. Kodo Beast slowly chomping on a Spellbreaker. More fighting, getting back. Sorceress trying to engage. Blademaster trying to finish off the Mountain King. The game is not over yet. 51 supply compared to 33. Kodo Beast looking to back away. Healing wave coming back over. Blademaster. Bladestorm still on cooldown. 80 seconds more. Are we going to see a second Bladestorm? I don't think so. There may be enough here, as the mortar team should be able to start dealing damage. Mountain King with a potion of lesser invulnerability, as the Blademaster is now, no, Shadow Hunter is completely surrounded. Mountain King may get taken down. No, Mountain King gets away at level 5. May use level 3 Stormbolt instead of level 2 Thunderclap. There goes level 3 Stormbolt here, as the Demolisher is taken out. And yes, 2 level 6 heroes at the start of the battle. losing to 2 level 4 heroes at the start of this battle. Mountain King still running around the map, wanting to be invisible, wanting to hide away. Is he going to be able to do that? This is more on principle as the Blade Master gets to level 7, trying to finish off more things. CoopeR, is he going to get a healing salve, clarity potion, perhaps be able to try and win this battle outright here? All right, we are looking at level 3 critical strike, level 3 wind walk, trying to buy up everything it can. Archmage. I'm trying to sum up the game right now, and I can't. I it really came down to if JohnnyCage had used the mortar teams to take out the Voodoo Lounge, JohnnyCage would have won. It was that little bit of home field advantage by CoopeR being able to buy potions of mana, potions of healing on both his Shadow Hunter and his Blade Master that let CoopeR stick around in that fight so long. He was up in hero level, yes, but he was down in overall supply by about 15. CoopeR and was about to finish off the Archmage, and then the game was pretty much over because you remember there is nothing behind this for JohnnyCage. JohnnyCage has no more gold to mine. This was really an all-in every sense of the word, and it felt like it was an all-in, and then JohnnyCage got burned on the river. Right? It was a poker terms a cooler situation where the Blade Master was able to finish off the Mountain King and the Archmage. And it really all stemmed from the fact that in that last battle, there were no priests. If you ever wondered how important healing is in Warcraft 3, this is a perfect classic example where priest, the amount of damage they're healing over time in a game, in a match, is even though you don't really feel it, when you don't have it, you see the difference. 2 priests would have made a drastic difference. The Mountain King wouldn't have fallen, the Archmage wouldn't have fallen, and it may have been CoopeR's top priority to finish off those priests. There was plenty of sorceresses, right? Normally, as an orc player, you see those sorceresses and you curse them, and you're like, those sorceresses really, really shut me down. They take out my grunts, they slow my Blade Master, damage is less, and you complain about the sorceresses, but it was really the priest, the lack of priest, that changed everything. Another flip side, yeah, I really think if JohnnyCage had taken out that Voodoo Lounge, he had 3 mortar teams. There's no reason why that Voodoo Lounge should have been up. Take down the Voodoo Lounge. You don't need to be splashing damage onto the peons. You don't need to yes, it would be good for you to take out that Great Hall, but at the same time, if you take down the Great Hall but lose that fight, you lose the game anyways, right? That it's one of those situations. It's you look at the Great Hall and it's a trap. It's a trap. Taking down the expansion there, because if you lose that fight, the game's over. You needed to take out the things that were impacting that fight again. So really, really good game. Going back and forth, CoopeR able to pull out ahead at the very end, even with a 7,000 gold difference. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.